Alright, so Nigerians, please pay attention to this particular video. This particular one is scary, right?
Mu wannan makamin muke so mu ga mun gaji annabawa domin san irin zagin da.
Say you all, both the DSS or both the, you all are bunch of buffoons.
Christians are provoked that they are not seeing action being taken against people that have made utterances that are being perceived as being extreme.
A citizen is standing to threaten other citizens. Is inciting in your very before. He's a Muslim, others are infidels.
Christians are unhappy. Christians are looking for action. What should Christians do?
And the reason why I want you to pay attention is because anybody can be a victim of this. Anybody can be a victim.
I'm a Muslim, and I say clearly no to religious extremism.
Christians are infidels in Nigeria. I've been declaring this while many have rejected it. There is an Islamic agenda at hand to subjugate those who disbelieve and to establish Nigeria as an Islamic nation.
If they start the war now, if they start the war, we can see who will suffer. We're not afraid of any war now. But let Muslims be taken, let them be very much aware that if they want to destroy this nation, it will be very much unfortunate.
I want to reply a very brainless, senseless, nonsensical religion leader.
So that tomorrow you can ask questions. You can double check.
Yes. When a Muslim person speaks, overlook it, even when they steal and embezzle. But when a Christian is involved, there's wahala.
No to vitriol, bitter narrative by leaders.
Suka yi wa malaman musulunci suka jure to fatashabbahu in lam takunu mithlahu.
He dey put fear for other people's mind. He dey threaten broad daylight, and the government has not said anything. Security agencies have not picked him up.
I'll stay in office, I'll mobilize. And that's why I will speak to the Christian president of Khan, because many times, many of our leaders have compromised.
First things first, the narrative out there is that
Spell buffoons in capital letters. Thank Donald Trump.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. Consistency, I've said that the Khan Association or the PFM is the worst association to speak and defend the Christendom in Nigeria. I don't even know the reason for their existence. First, this Sheikh Jingir make an insightful statement during the mass wedding in Kano. Everybody were calling them out, they said all kind of things, and the PFM and the Khan Association were silent. They refused to speak because they don't eat palliative. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does share rights. They cannot even speak on behalf of the Christian. That this man is inciting violence. He take an individual bloggers and activists to speak on behalf of them. But now the man went back to the TV station on an interview to say that he have no regret and zero tolerance to say those things that he said in Kano State. And I want you guys to watch.
Asukan nan dama ai na riga na saya na biya. Tunda Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ce al-ulama'u warasatul anbiya. Malamai magada annaba ne. To mu ma almajiran.
So who is an infidel?
An infidel, to my understanding, is somebody that doesn't believe God exists, somebody that doesn't have a religion. It's an unfortunate statement. You know, people out of their personal gain will go about saying things that will start causing division in the country. There should be some kind of regulation to what a religion leader will say.
Now, Islamic cleric Sheikh Jingir has renewed public outrage over remarks he made at a political gathering in Kano State. In a recent interview published by BBC Hausa, which has since gone viral on social media, the cleric said he has no regrets about his earlier comments and would continue to express his position, describing it as his choice. Do you think that Sheikh Jingir should be cautioned? Many Nigerians are even calling for his arrest.
I wouldn't say I would call for his arrest, knowing fully well that we have a freedom of speech in the country. Rather, I would say it's unfortunate, knowing fully well that he's a respected leader.
As a Muslim leader, do you outrightly, with no reservations, condemn what Sheikh Jingir and even Adeba, the utterances?
I'm not a religious leader, rather I'm a community leader, and based on my understanding, I've said my position. I don't buy in any rhetoric that will bring division between Muslims and Christians. We need to checkmate the excesses of some of our religious leaders.
How do you recommend the checkmate? Because if arrest is not in your place to say, because you're not a law enforcement officer, what action do you recommend?
The law enforcement agency, if they think what he is saying is up to them questioning him, I am not here to give them that order. What I'm saying as a community leader, government shouldn't sit down and allow people going into mosques or their places of worship and making comments that would divide us.
You talk about government. What about personal responsibility? Do you believe that Sheikh Jingir's and Shafi Adeba's remarks were extreme?
To some extent.
Why is it to some extent? Was it or was it not? Was it extreme or was it not extreme?
I think it is extreme because I believe in peaceful coexistence.
What would you say to Sheikh Jingir and Shafi Adeba if they were both standing before you now?
They should take into consideration that Nigeria is a secular state. Nigeria belongs not only to Muslim but Christian and other religious bodies.
Has Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima ticket and this administration done enough for this country to seek for a second term?
Things are so hard in Nigeria today compared with what it used to be, and people are complaining. They are trying also in their own understanding of how they are ruling Nigeria.
You just said something right now that they are trying. What sectors are they trying?
Infrastructural wise, I think I would score them high.
In infrastructure then?
In infrastructure. But the economy, the day-to-day activities, what people have as a take home is going down on daily basis.
The president, the presidential spokespersons, VP Kashim Shettima himself, they are not saying anything. What do you have to say? Nigerians need to hear something. What do you have to say to the president and his VP? There's anything they can say at all?
You just mentioned the spokesperson of Mr. President, and I think this question should have been directed to them. I'm not one, and I am not in a
I'm not asking you to defend the president. I say, what do you have to say? You have a voice. Like you said, freedom of expression. What is your message? Or are you saying that you are going to be silent in the face of the spokespersons not saying anything? Is there a message that
No,
you
my
have?
message, I've said my message.
Yeah.
I've spoken as a community leader. I've spoken personally as Abubakar Yusuf Sambo, and I've given response to whatever question you have raised.
Now you listen to what he said. The video is long and it speaks in their language. So I will cut it and put it in the end part in case you are interested to listen, because their language, for some of you that don't understand, will not just watch, they will just remove. That's why I just cut a little part of it. But now I want you guys to watch another video of a Muslim man who responded to him and said, I mean, I'm a Muslim, but I don't buy the idea of you inciting violence through religion in the country. I want you guys to watch.
I'm a Muslim, and I say clearly no to religious extremism, no to vitriol, bitter narrative by leaders, especially religious leaders. And I'll say this emphatically, Sheikh Jingir's statement belongs to him and his belly and his pocket, because this is not what we expect from political leaders, even of political cycle.
Now Muslim now come to defend Christian for Nigeria. The PFM, the Khan Association, they just carry, they bend their neck, go back, while their body face front. Now, I thank God for this Catholic priest. And the Catholic have been the one voicing us these days to defend the Christian, to defend Nigerian. And I want you guys to listen to what this Catholic said, even against the PFM and the Khan Association for being silent and compromised. And I want you guys to watch.
Christians are provoked that they are not seeing action being taken against people that have made utterances that are being perceived as being extreme. Christians are unhappy. Christians are looking for action. What should Christians do when they feel provoked by certain comments?
See, what's happening is selective negligence. When a Muslim person speaks, you overlook it, even when they steal and embezzle. But when a Christian is involved, there's wahala. If I was still in office, I'll mobilize. And that's why I will speak to the Christian president of Khan, because many times, many of our leaders have compromised. What stops the Christian leaders coming together and making a statement that will threaten the government of Nigeria to say, look, enough is enough?
Outrage has trailed comments by Islamic cleric Sheikh Sani Jingir in a now viral video in which he advocated for the continuation of the Muslim ticket, what he described as their political advantage. Your Grace, if you could speak directly to the president, what would you tell him right now?
I will tell Mr. President, please don't be carried away by this sycophants. Please caution them before they destroy your government. Your wife is a Christian, means your wife's an infidel, and you tolerate that, Mr. President. Therefore, he should speak out and condemn these speeches.
Keep propelling this concept of calling certain people infidels because they don't believe or align with whatever.
That's what I'm saying, that it's ignorance. Who are infidels? Even Tinubu himself, who is the president now, will know that he cannot even lead the northern Muslims in prayer. They call them as infidels. No Yoruba person that is Ahmadiyya can lead the Muslim prayer. If you call yourselves and have a vision of people who can call infidels, is it we that that came and then introduced this one God to your founder that you are now saying we're infidels.
Is there an attempt, in your view, to Islamize this country, or has this country already been Islamized by way of a Muslim ticket?
I think, again, he's very much ignorant about the population of Christian Muslims. His claim has no basis at all. But as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is a secular nation. And being a secular nation, therefore, it would be wrong for anybody to allude the leadership of this country to one religion. I don't care about which party you belong to. I don't care about what religion you profess. What are your antecedents? What's your integrity? What have you got to give to the people? As far as I'm concerned, it's a matter of performance.
Don't you see a pattern playing out here of what happened yesteryears and pleasing some certain region or quarters in the country just to attain this position?
It's a matter of sentiment now, of selfish desire and achievement. The president was feeling that if he was going to win this election, he must plead the Muslims in the north. And he was taken for granted because the wife is a Christian. And unfortunately, the wife is a member of Redeem. And even the head of Redeem Church, Adeboye, has not been speaking out about what's happening in Nigeria. That's unfortunate.
But his pastors are saying that he's been speaking or not following up.
Why shouldn't he, as a recognized person whose member is a pastor in Redeem Church, wife of the president, be able to fight for Christians to say, Mr. President, this is not fair?
What message do you have for Pastor Adeboye?
Pastor Adeboye should begin. I don't know why his mind is keeping quiet. Is it because of the money the wife brings to him? It's not doing better. How can he speak against it when himself is accused of sexualizing his church into tribal sentiments? Christians, leaders should not keep quiet. They should speak out now and condemn this nonsense.
What exactly can we do as Nigeria to ensure that we do not tilt into the trajectory that we're currently getting?
Why is Kanu being arrested and in prison? That's selecting negligence. Whereas many Muslims are making some statements that are very dangerous, that are terroric, and can cause a lot of problems in Nigeria. Nobody has arrested them. Go to the mosque. They sit on the floor. Who is an infidel? Somebody who sits on the floor to pray. The day they will stop sitting on the floor and sit on the chair, then we say there are no more slaves. But if they call us infidel, they are slaves. So as the manipulation of election, it's because we are keeping quiet. There's going to be a revolution in this country. And I want to warn this country. By 2027, if we don't take time, we are going to see calamity and going to see serious problem for 2027.
We saw visibly Governor Abba Yusuf somewhat applauding those remarks. How troubling is these?
You can never see any Muslim from the western part of Nigeria believing and accepting what's talking about.
But there's an awakening happening because throughout last week, there's been shouting from all quarters.
There's fire. There's fire. That's fire. That is to give you a sign that if care is not taken, if they conduct like this, election in Nigeria may be very tough.
So you have seen someone like Shafi Adeba saying that war should be waged against infidels, saying it out there and posting it online.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Mazen Namdekano is away in Sokoto prison.
Let them start the war now. If they start the war, we can see who will suffer. We're not afraid of any war now. But let Muslims be taken. Let them be very much aware that if you want to destroy this nation, it will be very much unfortunate.
Now you listen to what the bishop said. It is obvious that the PFM or the Khan Association is compromised, because I don't see any reason whatever that is going on in the north. People are buying every day, bombing everywhere. They go to church, they kidnap people. You will see some say there is Christian genocide. Some will say there is no Christian genocide. Everybody is speaking differently. The Khan will just remain silent and adamant. Now, thank God that Climate Ayodele came out and in response to the Sheikh. I want you guys to watch what he said. We'll be right back.
I want to reply a very brainless, senseless, nonsensical religion leader. I don't want to cause issues, because if government do not caution this, then Christianity is in problems. Though there's not leaders in Christian, only few people are leaders. One shameless, a fool, old man. I won't call him Sheikh. He's not want to be a Sheikh. Maybe Yaya Jingiri or Jingiri in Kano, who says that Christian and infidelity or something like that. Infidel. I am surprised that this person is still in existence. They're supposed to have jailed this man, jail him. If it's a Christian that said that, hey, this or that. This is the issue of Muslim ticket. Nigeria is not mature for all these Muslim tickets. Right? That we don't.
Now you listen to what he said. I also want you guys to watch this particular video of Mama P. What Mama P have to respond to the recent video. How many of you watched that particular video in Osun State when a senator said that anybody that want to vote against APC, they should buy them. Now a sheikh is also saying that the country belongs to the Muslim, that any Christian that don't like it, they should go out of the country. But I want you guys to see the reaction of Mama P over the silence of the security agency. We'll be right back.
I don't know. Sorry, good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, DSS. Good morning, Nuhu Ribadu, the NSA, about the National Security Advisor. I'm going to try and talk calm so I don't, speak overboard. But please, have any of you seen this video? Have any of you seen this video? Have you seen this video? You all are a bunch of buffoons. If another person had made this kind of video, by today, don't arrest him. I say you all, both the DSS or you all are a bunch of buffoons. A citizen is standing to threaten other citizens. Is inciting in your very before. He's a Muslim, others are infidels. He dey put fear for other people's mind. He dey threaten broad daylight, and the government has not said anything. Security agencies have not picked him up. Spell buffoons in capital letters. Tag Donald Trump. I know they said there's no need to tag you. It not concern me. But I may record they say get the time when we be call you for it. Time will come. Where will we help ourselves? I'm not excited, because on my own they go see now. But I'm saying that time will come when we will help ourselves. 2027, because I know that's the bed you people are trying to arrange. We won't let you lie on it. A senator in our shoe open his mouth, people of God, say that any accord member from Nazi elections, they made the kid in the Davido party. An NPC senator say made the kid. I would have thought that by now the commissioner of police would don't release the picture, say he's in our custody. But guess what? Another set of buffoons. I'm talking about real life buffoons. Oh, but you know what? I blame Nigerians. We aided them. Say picking your waist spoon off logan. You go break up the look your eye. Before you know, go break plates. The way you make campaigns, it go target your waist cream. We aided them. And waiting happens so. The thief mandates with the look. Be like die inside my house with the look. They take people land for with the look. Everything they do with the look. Yaya Bello is having the guts to contest again. Even with the EFCC, with the look. Not go waiting with the ever they cry. They'll come outside and tell you, say, if you vote this one, we go kill you. With the look, we take it. We are complacent. We are too docile. But one thing I know, even in the heavens, it has been written that 2027 is the benchmark. How many people I never kill? How many people I never kill? Hey, they must count the results. Hey, they must count the results. Yeah, they must count the results. How many people I never kill? Tag Donald Trump. We are not calling you for help, sir. We just want you to be aware. Threats we live under, the insecurity, the oppression. Nigeria is bleeding, sir. We are bleeding from every angle. The hunger. We are not even talking about that one again. We are bleeding, sir, but we are not calling for help. We just want you to be aware. Because very soon,
Now you're listening to what she said. I also want you guys to watch this particular video of Alex, the American guy that have been helping Nigeria to cry on behalf of the country, where the Nigerians are silent. This particular man who live in a country that flows with milk and honey is the one helping us to cry, even come on ground to be fighting and defending and heading and helping the Christian. And I want you guys to listen to what he said about the movement of the Muslim in Nigeria.
Christians are infidels in Nigeria. I've been declaring this while many have rejected it. There is an Islamic agenda at hand to subjugate those who disbelieve and to establish Nigeria as an Islamic nation. A respected Islamic sheikh named Yahya openly and boldly declared that Nigeria is owned by Muslims, that it belongs to Muslims, encouraging Christians to leave if they reject that. And he said this in the very presence of northern governors and political leaders. And they were clapping and praising his declaration. If you have failed to see why terrorism and persecution exist and persist in Nigeria, let it be very clear now. You want the slaughter of Christians and the burning and destruction of villages to end. Yet your leaders are openly calling Christians infidels. You expect those who declare you to be enemies to save you, to establish justice, to protect you. Deborah was stoned and burned alive for being a Christian. Has there been justice? Did ISIS burn her? Was it an ice swap? Please, tell me who murdered Deborah. These types of evil people can see children butchered and not shed one thought or one tear because it satisfies their soul to see Christian flesh burned and spilled. Their minds are consumed with wickedness and evil. They rejoice to hear the screams of women as their necks are slaughtered. It's like music to their ears. You cannot cohabitate with people that declare you to be infidels. No society can thrive when those who believe differently are declared to be their enemies that are worthy of death. If both Christians and Muslims alike do not cease their slumber and their failure to recognize the agenda at hand, there will be no saving Nigeria. It has been 20 years of death, destruction, and suffering. How much longer must it go on?
When you listen to what he said, he did end there. I also want you guys to watch this particular video of AIT. When this Muslim cleric went to AIT to say the truth about this religion crisis and how some person can just go and say all kinds of things simply because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim, so anything the Muslims say is normal. The police will not do anything. I want you guys to watch.
Recently, to convince an international community that there wasn't anything like Christian genocide in Nigeria. And the same politicians are watching this person to send a signal to the world that yes, there is Christian intimidation and persecution in Nigeria, and we are ready to continue with it. So it is dangerous for social cohesion. Now, if you look at the gathering, this is a place where about 1.5 billion naira was spent to take the response from the public fund of the state to take the responsibility of which some people fail to take of their own personal responsibility. The most annoying part of it, the most unfortunate part of it, is that there are some governors there. They were smiling, celebrating. Somebody was tampering with the unity of Nigeria, with the security of Nigeria, and you as a leader, you are smiling. This is where the security personnel have to come in to caution him that he should mind his statement. He should not continue to attack the unity of Nigeria, to destroy the social cohesion of Nigeria, to be attacking a reasonable number of Nigerians. I will say that it is not enough even for the security to caution him. There must be something added to it.
Such as?
The presidency and the ruling party should disassociate themselves from this. Religion should not influence the process of campaigning and election in Nigeria according to the Constitution of Nigeria. Unfortunately, some people are mischievously using the religion to spoil the polity of the country, and by extension to spoil the security of the country. And Nigerians are peace-loving people. We have to say no to this kind of thing.
Anyway, we are going to end it here. We'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to tell us your thoughts regarding to this particular video you just watched. We want you to hear your opinion. What do you think about this particular man? Because he said it in the first time, nobody speak, only bloggers and individuals were speaking on behalf of the Khan Association. Now he's repeating it again that he has zero, like 0.0000 regrets for what he said, that he is not regretting it. He said it. Who don't like it should go and say whatever they want to say, that he is a Muslim, Nigeria is a Muslim country, and the country will continue to be a Muslim country. That's what he said. Anyway, I will leave you guys with the remaining part of the interview where he said all these things, but I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to tell me your thoughts. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you enjoyed this particular video, ensure you subscribe, comment, and share. Share to on any of your social media platform. Like this video and give these videos a thumbs up. I love you guys, and watch the remaining video. I love you guys. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Wannan daga yin kalaman nan aka nuna sake jaddadawa musulmi din nan. Mutane da dama sun fito suna ta sukanka. Da yan siyasa da kungiyoyi da sauran suna ta sukanka. Ya kake ji da wannan suka?
Sukan nan dama ai na riga na saya na biya. Tunda Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ce al-ulama'u warasatul anbiya. Malamai magada annaba ne. To mu ma almajiran mu wannan makaman muke so mu ga mun gaji annabawa, to mun san irin zagin da wa'anda ba sa son musulunci suka wa Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya jure, suka yi wa malaman musulunci suka jure. To fatashabbahu in lam takunu mithlahu. To mu da muka zo daga baya mu kakkamanta, ko da yake ba wai iya za mu kamanta su ba, shi yasa na rungumi hakuri, ni bana ta magana mai zagi. ni dai ya zama gaskiya na faɗa ciki da bai ya fahimta ta kenan, ta haka ko kyarar ban damun da wayannan ba.
Amma malam kana jin kamar kayi nadama a wani lokuta haka ka ji kamar ka janye wannan kalamai?
Allah ya tsare ni, ni nanatawa ne, ɗazuwa yi hira da ni na ce wannan abin da kuka ji fa manufa ta kenan, kuma a kai nake ba na ladama, kuma a kai nake roƙon Allah ya raya ni ina musulmi mai imani ya karɓi rayuwata, ina mai shaidawa la ilaha illallah muhammadu rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ina musulmi masu imani, ya sa kabarin mu ya zama dausayi daga dausayin aljanna. Ranar tashar kiyama Allah ya tashi ni musulmi mai imani ya mana rahama da jin kai, da haka ba ranar fasawa in Allah ya.
Fasa ne kenan? Ba ranar fasa ne.
In kira kan musulunci, Muslim